Hi friends, my name is Vamsi Krishna Manikanta Sai. I am from ECEC section and my roll number is 20BQ1A04D6 and now I am here to explain about green chemistry. And what is green chemistry? Green chemistry is explains about reducing waste and usage of materials, hazards, risks and energy usages and the cost of the products. And green chemistry is the utilization of a set of principles that reduces or eliminates the use of generation of hazardous substances in the design and manufactures and applications of chemistry products. And green chemistry. Paul T. Anthesis. He is the father of green chemistry, and green chemistry becomes significant as it paves the way for clean and sustainable growth. And green chemistry is based on 12 basic principles known as principles of green chemistry. And there are 12 principles of green chemistries. And first one is pollution prevention, and second one is atom economy, and third one is less hazardous chemical synthesis, and fourth one is designing safer chemicals, and fifth one is safer solvents and auxiliaries, and sixth one is design for energy efficiency, and seventh one is use of renewable feedstocks, and eighth one is reduce derivatives, and ninth one is catalysis, and tenth one is design for degradation, and 11th one is real time analysis for pollution prevention, and 12th one is inherently safer chemistry for accident prevention. And now I am explaining four types of principles of green chemistry. First one is use of renewable feedstocks, and second one is reduced derivatives, and third one is catalysis, and fourth one is design for degradation. Use of renewable feedstocks. A raw material or feedstock should be renewable rather than depleting whenever technically and economically practical. And the second point is green chemists look for alternative sources for making materials, and renewable feedstocks can be used to make many products like fuel, plastics and more. Example, corn is converted to cornstarch and lactic acid, and then polylactic acid, and then roll stocks, and finally multi packs. And second one is reduce derivatives. Unnecessary derivations like blocking group protection and deproduction and temporary modification of physical or chemical processes should be avoided whenever possible. And third one is catalysis. Catalytic reactants are superior to stoichioreactants. And and then uh, in, chemi- in chemistry and biology, catalysis is the acceleration of a chemical reaction by means of a substance called a catalysis, which is itself not consumed by the overall reaction, reduces energy and increases efficiency, and reduces by product information. And third one is design for degradation. Chemical products should be designed so that at the end of their function they do not persist in the environment and instead break down into innoxious degradation products. And here recycling is the one way of reducing waste, but the point is, but can we recycle everything? What happens when we throw things away? Design for degradation means that when green chemists design a new chemical or material, they design it so that it breaks down at the end of its useful lifetime. And next principle is real time analysis for pollution prevention. Analytical methodologies need to be further developed to allow for real time in processes, monitoring and control prior to the formation of hazardous substances. Real-time analysis for a chemist is the process of checking the progress of chemical reactions as it happens, and knowing when your product is done can we save a lot of waste, time and energy. Thank you guys.